A very good evening and thank you for joining us. You are watching Kwara TV News Now. We're broadcasting from our television house here in Akpata Yakuba. My name is Tosin Adeoye. The President Bola Tinubu, has charged Nigerians newly appointed ambassadors and high commissioners to work towards improving the country's global image. He also urged them to pursue foreign investment and strengthening strategic partnership. Tinubu gave the charge on Monday at the opening of an induction course for envoys held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja. Represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, the President said the appointments reflected the administration's confidence in the ability to advance Nigeria's interest on the international stage. Tinubu noted that the global system is undergoing rapid transformation driven by shifting geopolitical dynamics, economic uncertainties, technological disruptions, climate challenges, and emerging security threats. He said the developments have made the role of diplomats more critical than ever, stressing the need for envoys to adopt modern results-oriented approaches. He urged the envoys to combine traditional diplomacy with digital engagement, public diplomacy, and strategic communication, while projecting Nigeria's achievements under his administration's renewed hope agenda. Tinubu further called on the envoys to be proactive and innovative in fostering partnerships, promoting trade, and attracting foreign direct investment and technology to the country. Now, a former chairman of the Kwara State Geographical Information Service, Kwajis Abdulmutalib Shitu, has officially declared his intention to contest the seat of the Ofa Onyui Felodun Federal Constituency in the National Assembly. He is jostling for the ticket under the platform of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, as the 2027 general elections get closer. This report is presented from our studios.
The aspirant, Abdulmutalib Shitu, formally declared his intention at a ceremony held at the Shofolue Hall of our grammar school of where party faithfuls, supporters, and stakeholders gathered to hear him out. Shitu highlighted his prior experience in governance and legislative processes, noting that his background has adequately prepared him for national assignment. He revealed that during his time as a special assistant to the governor, he contributed to the development of key legislations, including those establishing the Kwajis, as well as laws on urban planning and land use. He emphasized that representation at the National Assembly requires more than presence, stressing the need for strategic engagement and proactive lobbying to attract development to the constituency. Shitu expressed confidence in the electoral strength of the APC and applauded the performance of the Kwara State government as well as the growing acceptance of the party across the country. He disclosed that the recent political developments and mass support witnessed at APC events are indicators of continued dominance for the party ahead of 2027. Reflecting on the constituency's specific challenges, Shitu described Ofa Onyu Ifelodun as a unique federal constituency with diverse needs. He pointed out that Ifelodun faces security challenges which are affecting agricultural productivity, while Ofa and Onyu require stronger support for small and medium-scale enterprises and industrial growth. He pledged to deliver quality representation that addresses the peculiar challenges, improve livelihoods, and ensure equitable development across the three local governments.
Our direction is clear. At the federal level, I shall advocate for and support legislation, if given the mandate, to expand access to credit small and medium-scale businesses, especially for traders, artisans, and young entrepreneurs. Push for policies that strengthen skills development, vocational training, and digital capacity building across constituencies.
Party leaders from the three local government areas in the federal constituency emphasized sustained unity in the party, urging all the aspirants to remain committed to party discipline and decisions.
The Kano State House of Assembly has confirmed Murtala Sulegaru as the new Deputy Governor of Kano State. The confirmation followed the screening by lawmakers during the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Jibril Ismail Fagore. Representing the report, the chairman of the other committee and Deputy Speaker Mohammed Bello said that Garo's nomination came after the resignation of the former Deputy Governor Aminu Abdulsalam Gwazo. He explained that the screening was carried out in line with the Section 191, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution, which allows the Assembly to approve a nominee when there is a vacancy. The committee noted that Garo went through a detailed screening where he answered questions on his education, work experience, understanding of governance, and plans for the state. His credentials were also verified. The committee said that the nominees showed a clear understanding of the duties of the office and presented plans to support the administration of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf. Based on his findings, the committee recommended his confirmation and the House adopted the report. The federal government has rolled out a new system to rank textbooks used in Nigerian schools in what authorities describe as a decisive move to clean up the learning space and enforce uniform standards. Details of the policy were made public in a statement via the official page of the Federal Ministry of Education. The ministry noted that the initiative known as the National Textbook Ranking System will apply across primary, junior and senior secondary schools with the aim of ensuring that only vetted curriculum compliant materials make it to the classrooms. Minister of Education Tunji Alaosa, alongside Minister of State for Education Suhaibai Saeed Hamad, explained that while the Nigerian Educational Research and Development Council will continue to approve textbooks, a new layer of scrutiny has now been introduced. Under the arrangement, approved books will be subjected to a nationwide ranking process to determine the most suitable options for each subject and level. To drive the process, the NED is expected to set up subject-based committees made up of education experts who will access textbooks using clearly defined academic and instructional benchmarks. In a significant shift, the government stressed that any textbook that fails to make the ranking list will no longer be allowed in schools, regardless of previous approval status. The policy is scheduled to take effect from September 2026 after consultations with stakeholders and finalization of the evaluation framework. Authorities say the reform is part of broader efforts to improve learning outcomes and ensure that students across the country have access to reliable and standardized educational content. The Vice Chancellor of Halteya University, Agowoye, Ogun State, Professor Olukayode Akinyemi, has called on the newly admitted students of the institution to shun all forms of indiscipline, uphold integrity, and pursue academic excellence while aiming to be the very best in life. Akinyemi, in a statement signed on Mondays by the spokesperson of the university, Ayodele, gave the charge during the institution's third matriculation ceremony, which marked the formal admission of the 264 fresh students of the 2025-2026 academic session. The Vice Chancellor said the university, which received its operational license in June 2023, began with 17 programs across 3 colleges and 33 pioneering students, adding that it has continued to record modest growth and a promising future. Akinyemi said that the university had continued to strengthen its infrastructure, refine its administration, upgrade its digital systems, and make strategic appointments to reinforce leadership capacity. He explained that the institution was building a culture of discipline, inquiry, and innovation supported by a 4-fold certification model: academic grounding, professional skill, entrepreneurial readiness, and ethical formation. Now back to politics. As party primaries draw closer, the immediate past Commissioner for Works in Kwara State, Abdulkawi Olododo, has officially joined the race to contest the seat of the Ilorin East and South Federal Constituency. Before his formal declaration, Olododo had visited the Kwara State APC Secretariat to inform the leadership of his intention to be in the race. Our correspondent, Abatunde Jimba, has more.
As a fresh game of chess for the 2027 political contest gathers momentum, Engineer Abdulkawi Olododo, the immediate past Commissioner for Works in Kwara State, has thrown his hat in the ring for a race to determine the next member representing the people of Ilorin East and South Federal Constituency in the National Assembly, had the event put together for him to interface with all categories of people within the federal constituency. The aspirant, who had before now represented Kwara in the Children's Parliament, assured them of good and quality representation if he is given the mandate. He declared that, having served under Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, he also drew inspiration from the youth constituency to run for the House of Representatives seat.
We will train our young people in technical trades, in digital skills, in the remote work economy that is now a real market for anyone with preparation and internet access. Our governor has started with the Ilorin Innovation Hub, the Sugar Factory Studio, the Visual Arts Center. We will leverage on all of these to ensure that our constituents benefit from it.
Party stalwarts and leaders of APC who converged on the venue of the declaration praised the decision of the young erstwhile Kwara commissioner, who they described as a saleable product. The former young parliamentarian and business owner had earlier visited the leadership of Kwara APC, where he intimated them of his decision to flag the banner of the party for the Ilorin East and South Federal Constituency. The state party chairman, Prince Sunday Fagbemi, who received him alongside his teaming supporters, saluted his doggedness and courage, which he noted earned him a distinction as commissioner in the state. He described Olododo as a proud ambassador of the youth constituency, urging him to remain focused and be in good stead. Babatunde Jimba, Kwara TV News.
Staying in the political space, a frontline politician and former commissioner in Kwara State, Malia Aisha Aman Patigi, has also formally joined the race for the Kwara governorship seat in the forthcoming 2027 polls. With her education, the aspirant becomes a top-rated female contender and the converted seat from Kwara North, a zone strongly agitating for a shift of power to the area in the next round of the general elections. Our correspondent, Babatunde Jimba, has more. Details of that story will be brought to you in a subsequent bulletin. And that's all we can take on the news this evening. Thank you very much for watching. Mudupola Habiri, she is standing by to give us Iroyin Lerefe. Thank you very much for watching. I am Tosin Adiri. Bye-bye.
ẹ kú dédé ìwòyí ìròyìn lérèfé lámútọ̀ ìwà láti lè ṣe mú máwòrán ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara tó fi Àpáta Yakuba ṣe ibùjókòó Modúpẹ́ọlá Abíóyè ní oníròyìn yín ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti rọ àwọn aṣojú orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tuntun àti high commissioners láti ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun láti lè mú orúkọ rere ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ga ní àgbáyé. Ààrẹ tún rọ àwọn ènìyàn ọ̀hún láti wá owó ìdókòwò òkè òkun àti láti mú ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè mìíràn ní agbára sí i. Ààrẹ sọ wípé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ lo ọgbọ́n tuntun, ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára àti ìmúlò diplomacy tuntun. Ààrẹ Tinubu pàrọwà yìí níbi ìṣíde fún ìgbaniwọlé àwọn aṣojú náà ní iléeṣẹ́ tó rí sọ́rọ̀ ilẹ̀ òkèrè ní ìlú ti Àbújá nígbà tó ń sojú akọ̀wé ìjọba àpapọ̀ Senator George Akume. Ààrẹ sọ wípé ìyànsípò náà ṣe àfihàn ìgboyà ìṣèjọba òun nínú agbára wọn láti mú àgbéga bá ìfẹ́ ọkàn ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà lórílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé. Alága tẹ́lẹ̀rí fún Kwara State Geographical Information Service ìyẹn Abdulmutalib Shitu ti kéde èròǹgbà rẹ̀ gbangbangba láti díje fún ipò aṣojúṣòfin ọ̀fọ̀ọ̀yún ìfẹ́lódùn Federal Constituency ní ilé aṣòfin àgbà ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ṣe ló ń wá tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì lábẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress APC gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìdìbò gbogbogbò ọdún 2027 ṣe ń súnmọ́ etílé. Shitu ṣe ìkéde náà níbi ayẹyẹ kan tí wọ́n ṣe ní Sofoluwe Hall ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ Ọ̀fà Grammar School Ọ̀fà, níbi tí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ alátìlẹyìn àtàwọn olóríṣiríṣi olóṣèlú ti péjọ sí. Ó sọ wípé ìrírí tí òun ti ní nínú ìṣàkóso àti iṣẹ́ òfin ti pèsè òun sílẹ̀ dáradára fún iṣẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ó tún sọ wípé nígbà tó jẹ́ olùrànlọ́wọ́ pàtàkì fún gómìnà, òun kópa nínú ṣíṣe àwọn òfin pàtàkì tó dá KWGIS sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú òfin ìlú àti lílò ilẹ̀. Ó ṣe àfikún rẹ̀ wípé aṣojú rere nílò ìmúlò ọgbọ́n àti ìsapá láti mú ìdàgbàsókè wá sí agbègbè náà. Kò ṣàìṣèlérí ìṣojú tó dára tí yóò yanjú ìṣòro agbègbè mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta náà. Shitu ṣe àtẹnumọ́ ìgboyà rẹ̀ nínú agbára ìlànà ìdìbò ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC tó sì gbóríyìn fún àṣeyọrí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tó fi mọ́ bẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú náà ṣe jẹ́ títẹ́wọ́gbà kárílé kárí oko lórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà. Ó jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ wípé ìdàgbàsókè òṣèlú àti àtìlẹ́yìn ọlọ́pọ̀ tẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ń rí láìpẹ́ yìí ló jẹ́ àfihàn ìtẹ̀síwájú bẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú náà ṣe ti jẹ́ gàba ṣáájú ọdún 2027. Ó jẹ́jẹ́ ìṣojú tó pójú owó tí yóò bójútó àwọn ìpèníjà tó ṣe kókó, mú ìlọsíwájú bá ìgbé ayé gbádùn tí yóò sì ṣàrídájú ìdàgbàsókè dọ́gbadọ́gba jákèjádò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta. Àwọn aládarí ẹgbẹ́ láti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta náà tẹnumọ́ ìṣọ̀kan nínú ẹgbẹ́, léyìí tí wọ́n rọ gbogbo àwọn olùwápò láti wà nínú ìfarajì sí ìpinnu ẹgbẹ́. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò tuntun láti ṣe àtòjọ àti ìpele àwọn ìwé ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n ń lò ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, èyí tí wọ́n pè ní National Textbook Ranking. Èyí ni àwọn aláṣẹ ṣe àpèjúwe bí ìgbésẹ̀ tí yóò ṣe àfọ̀mọ́ ààyè ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pẹ̀lú ìdúróore ìlànà kan náà. Àlàyé ìlànà náà ló wà nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan lórí ìkànnì iléeṣẹ́ tó ń rí sọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀. Iléeṣẹ́ náà tọ́ka wípé ìwòye náà yóò kan ilé ẹ̀kọ́ alákọ̀ọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀, junior secondary àti senior secondary pẹ̀lú àfojúsùn wípé ìwé tí wọ́n ti ṣe àyẹ̀wò rẹ̀ fínífíní, èyí tó bá ìlànà kòríkúlọ́ọ̀mù mu lórí àǹfààní àti wọ yàrá ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Mínísítà fọ́rọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ tó ń rí sọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ìjọba ìyẹn Túnjí Aláùsá pẹ̀lú mínísítà kejì fọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ Zwaiba Zahid Ahmad ṣàlàyé wípé nígbà tí àjọ tó ń rí sọ́rọ̀ ìwádìí ẹ̀kọ́ àti ìdàgbàsókè rẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yóò tẹ̀síwájú láti máa buwọ́lu àwọn ìwé kíkà tí a mọ̀ sí textbooks, ṣe ni wọ́n ti ṣe àgbàwọlé àyẹ̀wò ọ̀tun ọ̀hún. Nínú ètò tuntun náà, àwọn ìwé tí wọ́n buwọ́lù ni wọ́n yóò gbé wọ ìlànà àgbéyẹ̀wò jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí láti lè mọ èyí tó dára jùlọ ní mímú fún iṣẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan àti ìpele kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ìlànà náà ni ìjọba sọ wípé látinú oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún 2026 ni wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lílò rẹ̀. Ìjọba tún sọ wípé iṣẹ́ tí kò bá wọ inú àtòjọ tuntun yìí, òun kò ní jẹ́ kí wọ́n lò wọ́n ní ilé ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Bí ètò ìdìbò gbogbogbò abẹ́nú ẹnùmí àgọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ṣe ń súnmọ́ etílé, kọmíṣánná fún iṣẹ́ òde tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ìyẹn Abdulkowi Olódòdó ti darapọ̀ mọ́ eré ìje fún ìjókòó aṣojú Ìlọrin East South Federal Constituency. Ṣáájú ìfarahàn ìkéde rẹ̀, Olódòdó ti ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ọ́fíìsì ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC nípínlẹ̀ Kwara láti jẹ́ kí àwọn olórí ẹgbẹ́ mọ̀ pé òun náà fẹ́ wá sáré ìje náà. Babátúndé Jímbà jábọ̀ wípé bí òṣèlú fún ìdìbò ọdún 2027 ṣe ń gba okun tuntun. Ẹnjìnìà Abdulkowi Olódodo tí ṣe kọmíṣánná tẹ́lẹ̀ rí fún iṣẹ́ òde nípínlẹ̀ Kwara ti fi ara rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún ìdíje láti di aṣojú tuntun fún àwọn ènìyàn Ìlọrin East àti South ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Níbi ètò náà tí wọ́n ṣe fún un láti bá ìpele ènìyàn lọ́lọ́kùn òjọ̀kan sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́kùn náà, olùwápọ̀ ọ̀hún ẹni tí ó ti ṣáájú sojú fún ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn ọmọdé ṣe ìlérí wípé òun yóò mú ìṣojú tó dára àti èyí tó péye wá bí wọ́n bá fún òun ní àǹfààní. Ó sọ wípé bí òun ṣe ti ṣe iṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú gómìnà Abdulrahman Abdulrazak ṣe ni òun ti gba ìmísí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ láti díje fún ìṣojú tó dára àti èyí tí ó péye. Àwọn sànkosànko ẹgbẹ́ àtàwọn aládarí APC tó péjú síbi gbọ̀ngàn ìkéde náà lu ìpinnu kọmíṣánná tẹ́lẹ̀ náà lọ́gbẹ̀ẹ́nu, ẹni tí wọ́n ṣàpèjúwe bí ẹni tó ṣe é gbé yangàn tí ó sì ṣe é fi ààyè gbà. Alága ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC nípínlẹ̀ yìí ọmọọba Sunday Fagbemi tó ṣe ìtẹ́wọ́gbà rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn alátìlẹyìn rẹ̀ lu akíkanjú àti ìgboyà rẹ̀ lọ́gbẹ̀ẹ́nu, èyí tí wọ́n ní ó mú yàtọ̀ gédégbé bí kọmíṣánná nípínlẹ̀ yìí. Ó sì àpèjúwe Olódodo bí aṣojú tó ṣe é fi yangàn lẹ́kùn àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó sì pàrọwà sí i láti má ṣe káàárẹ̀ ọkàn. Àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ olóṣèlú kan tó tún fi ìgbà kan rí jẹ́ kọmíṣánná nípínlẹ̀ Kwara yẹn Mahalia Aisha Ahmad Patigi ti darapọ̀ mọ́ eré ìje fún ìjókòó ipò gómìnà níbi ètò ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ lọ́dún 2027. Pẹ̀lú ìkéde yìí, olùdíje náà ti di ọ̀kan lára àwọn obìnrin tó ní àǹfààní gíga láti gba ipò náà láti ẹkùn àríwá Kwara gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn ènìyàn ṣe ń pè fún ìyípadà agbára sí ẹkùn náà níbi ètò ìdìbò tí ó ń bọ̀. Babatunde Jimba jábọ̀ wípé nígbà tí ó ń bá àwọn ènìyàn alátìlẹyìn rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀, Mahalia Aisha Ahmad Patigi jẹ́ kí ó di mímọ̀ wípé ìkéde àti èròǹgbà òun wáyé ní àkókò tí ìgboyà pàdé èrò tí òun ní fi ènìyàn láìsí ìbẹ̀rù. Olùdíje gómìnà tí ọ̀pọ̀ ń pè ní Màmá Òyòyò láàrin àwọn alátìlẹyìn rẹ̀ ṣèlérí fún àwọn ọmọ Kwara wípé bí a bá fún òun ní àǹfààní, òun yóò ṣe ìṣàkóso tí ó kó gbogbo ènìyàn sínú rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìfojúsọ́nà lórí ṣíṣe ìrọ̀gùn sápá nípa ti okòwò àti ìgbé ayé gbádùn gbogbo ọmọ Kwara ní àpapọ̀. Ǹjẹ́ ní ìparí, alága ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú African Democratic Congress ADC ní ìpínlẹ̀ ti Rivers ìyẹn Chukwudi Dimka sọ wípé ẹgbẹ́ náà ti ń gbèrò láti lo ìlànà ìfẹnukò gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ fún yíyan àwọn olùdíje fún ètò ìdìbò tí ó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà, nígbà tí ìdìbò kòmẹ́sì ó yọ sì jẹ́ ṣíṣí kalẹ̀ fún ìdìbò kòmẹ́sì ó yọ tààrà láwọn ibi tí ó bá yẹ. Nígbà tí ó ní gbólóhùn pẹ̀lú àwọn oníròyìn, Dimka sọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ náà ló wà ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú ìlànà ìdìbò èyí tí ó fi ààyè gba àwọn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú láti ṣe ìjànlóǹtẹ̀ yálà ìdìbò kòmẹ́sì ó yọ tààrà tàbí ìlànà ìfẹnukò nídìí yíyan àwọn olùdíje. Ó sọ wípé ìlànà ìfẹnukò ló sì jẹ́ ọ̀nà kan gbòógì tí ó ṣe àdínkù iye owó ìná tó sì ń ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ láti ṣe àgbéró ìṣọ̀kan láàrin ẹgbẹ́ pẹ̀lú àdínkù gbọ́nmisí omi òtó tí ó máa ń wáyé lópin ìdìbò kòmẹ́sì ó yọ. Ó ṣàlàyé wípé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà yóò tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú ìlànà ìdìbò tààrà bí ìlànà ìfẹnukò kò bá wọlé. Dimka sọ wípé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ADC nípínlẹ̀ Rivers ti dá ara rẹ̀ yà sọ́tọ̀ gédégbé nípa ṣíṣe ìlànà pépélé òṣèlú tó gbájúmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dámọ̀nìyàn dípò eléyìí táwọn ọ̀tọ̀kùlú ìlú ń ṣe tàbí àwọn alágbára. Ó tọ́ka wípé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà ní ìfarajì sídìí ìdápadà ìpinnu ìlànà agbára ẹgbẹ́ sí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ lásán àtàwọn aráàlú tó fi mọ́ àwọn olùgbé àtàwọn olókoòwò nípínlẹ̀ náà nípa fífún wọn ní ojúṣe tó ní ìtumọ̀ nídìí yíyan ẹni tí yóò jẹyọ bíi aṣojú. Ó fi kún un wípé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ADC fẹ́ kí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ àtàwọn obìnrin kópa púpọ̀ sí i nínú ìṣàkóso rẹ̀. Pẹ̀lú ìròyìn láti ọwọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ADC nípínlẹ̀ Rivers ni a fi mú ìròyìn wa wá sí òpin fún ti àkókò yìí. Ẹ pàdé wa ní dédé aago 8 àṣálẹ́ fún àlékún ìròyìn. Títí dìgbà náà, Mọ́dúpẹ́ọlá Abíóyè ló ní àkọ́wọ́ lẹ́nu iṣẹ́.